Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on CPHS 6. I'm DJ Palm, bringing you the game under the lights for the one time only of the season. Huskies Big Reds, crosstown rival. A bit of technical issues going on at first. We caught up here, now 2 out on that strikeout from Pat Yale from Lane for his first strikeout of the day. So now 2 out here in the top of the first. Page, the leadoff hitter, walked. And then LaRoe, the second baseman, grounded out to first, moved Page over to second. A stolen base moved Page over to third. Randall ended up walking, then stolen base. So Randall and Page are the base runners on third and second, respectively. And now we got a 1-0 count to Austin Schneider. Still no score here, top of the first, 2 outs. Lane set, and here's the delivery. In the dirt, and that's going to pack it to the backstop. Page might score, and he is. He'll get in. So on the pass ball, Page will score, and it's 1-0 earlier in the top of the first. So now Randall at third, the only base runner now with the pass ball run scored from Ryan Page. See if Schneider can bring him home here. Here's the 2-0. A little bit low and inside. 3-0 the count now to Schneider, the left fielder. Here's the pitch. And high and inside for ball 4. So 3 walks already here in the top of the first for Lane. That'll put runners on the corner. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Bruce Hudson. Looking to put more on the board early. Here's the first pitch. Low, but over the plate, ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a big cut from Bruce Hudson, but unfortunately goes right over the bat. That'll even the count at 1. Randall, the base runner at third. Schneider, the base runner at first. Here's the pitch. Chopper going to be foul. And that'll put Hudson in the hole early, 1-2. The 1-2. Chopped to the back screen, foul. And Hudson will have another go at it. Manis playing that line in right field. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He got him, so that'll do it. No hits, 1 run, 1 error, and it's 1-0 Big Reds going into the bottom of the first. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS Channel 6. It'll be Scahill, Doan, and Manis to lead off the bottom of the first. We'll see you back here in a couple seconds. Here's the 1-0. Scahill drives one to short, and that's going to get into the gap in center field. And Scahill, leadoff man aboard. That'll bring up Brandon Doan, the left fielder. And Scahill getting caught in a pickle here. Can he get down in time? No. He will be called out. Good job there from Devin Wilson. Notice Scahill had a little bit too big of a lead and got it over to first quickly. I think Scahill kind of ran because he knew he was out at first. That was a nice quick throw from Devin Wilson. So one out now. And first strike in there to Doan. The 0-1. Drive into right field. Will Page get there? He does. Nice basket catch from Ryan Page there. So 2 up and a hit and a pickoff has got 2 quick outs here. And that'll bring up Brett Manis, the right fielder. Here's Manis' first pitch. Right in there, waist high for strike 1. Two out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the delivery from Wilson. Change up. Miss low and away. That'll even the count at 1. Patty Yale doing shortstop duty today, usually behind the plate. That was a position today for Mr. Devin Birtles as that is popped into the infield near the PH dugout. Hudson on his way, and he grabs it. And that will end the inning. So 1 hit, no runs, and 1 error. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3, go down the Huskies. It'll be Hudson, Clark, Birtles to lead off the second. We'll see you back here, CPHS Channel 6, in a moment. Back here at Channel 6, production of your crosstown rivals, Under the Lights here at Sanborn Park. I'm DJ Palm, bringing you the rest of today's action here as we are expected for sunset to be anywhere for about an hour from now. Real time, maybe about 35 minutes editing time back at the station, but lights are on, and this is a fun thing these kids get to do here under the lights once a year. As that ball ripped into left field for a base hit for Bruce Hudson. Hudson in there now with the stand-up double. Correction, that's Freddie Clark. Freddie Clark, the DH, leads off the second with a stand-up double. That'll bring up the catcher, Devin Birtles. First pitch to Birtles in the dirt for ball 1. Stat correction in the bottom of the first. There were no errors in that inning. The only error being the pickoff error on Scahill running to second and being thrown out at that bag after a leadoff hit. Pitch again low to Birtles, 2-0. That pitch in the dirt, 3-0, and I imagine Birtles is going to get a red light here. Man in scoring position, nobody out. You want to make Bobby Lane here throw as many pitches as possible. The 3-0, high and outside for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk to Devin Birtles. That'll bring up the center field, Tony Fayed. Looks like we got a pinch runner for Bertles. As soon as I see a number, I'll be able to give you a name as to who that pitch runner is. There's shows bunt. It's Fayette, but that fouled back into the catcher. And the count will be 0-1. Trumbull playing the line at third. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt for ball two. Good stop there from Zach Cohen, the catcher. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt again, Fayette, but pulled it back. That ball was in the dirt, and it'll be 2-1. Clark, the runner at second. 2-1 to Fayette. Shows bunt again, but didn't pull it back, so that'll even the count. The 2-2. Ooh, just a bit outside, and Fayette will work the count full. Still nobody out here in the second. 1-0 Big Reds. As Fayette check swing in the dirt, but it'll be ball four. And now the bases are loaded for Ryan Page. Page, the right field, a real good series. About a week and a half ago, Huskies Big Reds played a 3-game set. Huskies would eventually take 2 of 3, but Ryan Page, 2 big rallies in the first 2 games in the 6 innings of both games as he takes ball one way upstairs. And now we got time on the field, and Cohen and Lane will have a conversation. The 1-0. Just a bit high, ball 2. And Page now with a hitter's count, and the base is loaded. The 2-0. Fouled one into the screen. First strike one. Brett Wagner, the pinch runner at second, in there for Devin Bertles. So we have Clark at the base runner at third. Wagner at second. Fayette at first. And the top of the order, and Ryan Page up at the plate here with nobody out. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Bobby Lane looking for the first out of this inning with the bases loaded in a 1-0 deficit. Big Reds really wanting to strike here early. 2-2. Nice eye from Ryan Page. And he'll work the count full, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Shot, or over the back screen, foul rather. Page went golfing a little bit, but nevertheless, count will stay the same, and he'll have another crack at it. Page with a walk, a stolen base, and his run scored is the only one so far this game. He's looking to make that change here with bases loaded. Here's the 3-2. High and inside. He walked him, so that'll walk in a run. And we got time on the field here. Looks like assistant coach Larry Rowland's going to go have a chat with his pitcher Bobby Lane. And he'll leave Bobby Lane on the mound. Still pretty early here to pull him out as starting pitcher in a 2-0 deficit. But still, you got nobody out here, and I guess the good thing is if it's hit in the infield, you can come home with it and go to any bag and get an out. I would not be shocked to see a throw home here if they have the opportunity to keep from scoring. Here's Jason LaRoe. Takes strike one over the heart of the plate. LaRoe 0 for 1 today, the fly out to first. Gets a hold of one into right center. Manis with the dive. Did he catch it? No. Ump says no, he trapped it. 2 runs will score. That'll bring in Brett Wagner and Tony Fayette, and it is now 3-0 Big Reds off the hit from Jason LaRoe. So a 2 RBI single for Jason LaRoe puts him up 3-0. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Raven Randall. And it looks like here, Coach Rollins, not be surprised to see him get the ball from Lane, and he'll take it, and he'll say, hey, just today is not your day. Although still a winnable situation with a 4-0 lead for the Big Reds. So Pete Ramo now in the game here in the top of the second, 4-0 Big Reds. And still with nobody out, runners on first and second. That is Page and Fayette. Or correction, Page and LaRoe, rather. And Raven Randall now up to bat with runners on first and second. Randall walked and had a stolen base back in the first inning. He'll take ball one just off the outside edge from Ramo. That ball hit foul. It'll be a long strike. And 1-1 the count now to Raven Randall. Still nobody out here. Top of the second, 4-0 Big Reds. And that pitch low and inside. 2-1 the count now. Page taken off for third. That ball hit into center field, and Page is going to have to get on his horse back to second as that one is caught by Scahill in center field. So the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Pat Yale. Yale chops one towards third. That'll be foul. Yale 0 for 1 so far today. Strikeout his first time up. Looking to go 1 for 2 right now with just something to tap into the infield and possibly score Page from second. And we got time called as Yale steps out of the box. And Ramo now got some work to do here to stop the bleeding. 1 out, top of the second, 4-0 Big Reds. A 2 RBI single from LaRoe blew this wide open. Sinker sunk too much from Ramo, and that'll be 2-1. Here's the pitch. Off the plate just by a hair. Ramo gets the signal, checks second at Page, the base runner for the Reds at second. Here's the pitch. Over to third, that gets right under Trimble's glove, and Page might score. Throw in from Doan, cut off by Trimble, and Ryan Page will make it 5-0 on the RBI single from Pat Yale. Still 1 out here in the top of the second. Austin Schneider, the left fielder, steps in. His first pitch, high and inside for ball 1. Oh, and that hit Schneider right in the back. So a hit by pitch will have the bases loaded again, and it'll be Bruce Hudson, the first baseman. So Husky pitching, running into some trouble here early as it's 5-0. Bit inside to Bruce Hudson for ball one. Bobby Lane started this game. His day is done. 1 inning, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 4 earned runs. Oh, and that hits Hudson again, and that'll bring another run home. And the Big Reds have now batted around in the second inning. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Freddie Clark. Clark with the leadoff double to start this very inning we're in right now. Chopper into the gap. That's going to get into left. That's going to score 2 more. Yale will score. Schneider will score. Hudson will hold up at second, and it is now 8-0 Big Reds. As they are not holding anything back. That'll bring up Devin Bertles, the catcher. Bertles walked his first time up, scored a run, which was in this inning. And looking to add on to the bleeding here for the Huskies. Hudson, the runner at second. Schneider, the runner at, or correction. Yeah, Schneider, the runner at first. Both back-to-back, hit by pitches. Hudson and then Schneider. Pitch in there for strike one. Correction, I'm sorry. Freddie Clark over there, the DH. First base runner. 2 RBI single. It happened just a minute ago. Bit off the side of the plate. That'll make the count even at 2. Still only 1 out here in the top of the second. Here's the 2-2. Just off the corner, and that'll work the count full for Pete Ramo. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ramo gets him swinging for his first strikeout of the afternoon. That'll bring up Tony Fayed, the center fielder. Fayed walked and scored a run his first time up in this inning. Look to put a couple tallies here in the ribby column. Here's his first pitch, high and inside for ball 1. Chopper going to get into the gap into second. Hudson on his horse. He's going to score. Play at the plate cut off by Chacon. And an RBI single for Tony Fayed scores Hudson. It is now 9-0 Big Reds. Fayed the runner at first. Clark the runner at second. That brings up top of the order Ryan Page. He'll pop one up into the infield. This should be an infield fly rule. And it's dropped, but I think the batter's automatically going to be out. I'm not sure. We got a pickoff play here as Fayed now in a bit of a pickle. Stops, and he's going to get tagged out. And that'll do it for the end of the inning. So infield fry rule gets out Page, and then Fayed caught in between bases. That'll do it for the top of the second inning. 10-0 Big Reds, and it'll be Chacon, Rabb, and Cohen to lead off the bottom half of the second inning. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS Channel 6. See you in a minute. Back here, CPHS 6. Bottom of the second here, Chacon to lead things off, and he'll pop one in foul territory. Randall on his horse, and one pitch, one out. To lead things off here in the bottom of the second, that'll bring up Isaac Rabb. So the situation last inning, I forgot about the Bertles strikeout, so that'd make it 2 out, and infield fly rule would not be in effect. So the run scores as Rabb fouls that one to the backstop. So the run scores, and Fayed, unfortunately, in the pickle, makes the third out. So Freddie Clark's run will count, and through 2 innings, he's doing work. Freddie Clark is that one on a rope into left field. Schneider going to get there and cut it off. And Rabb with a 1-out single. And that will bring up the catcher, Zach Cohen. Pitch high and inside for ball 1 to Zach Cohen. Huskies really need some bats here in the second, otherwise this could be over early. Pickoff attempt to first, trying to get Isaac Rabb. It was Devin Wilson, the pitcher. So 1-0, the count to Zach Cohen. The pitch. Bit outside for ball 2. So Freddie Clark doing work today. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, a double in the second and a single in the second as well. And that pitch from Devin Wilson in there for strike 1. 2-1 the count. Be a 3-1 count to Zach Cohen as he takes one upstairs. The 3-1. High and outside for ball 4, so a 1-out walk puts runners at second and first. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Billy Sheeman. Sheeman's first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Chopper toward Raven Randall. He'll scoop it, touch 3, trying to get it over to 1 for a double play, and Hudson can't handle it. Good attempt from Hudson to at least keep it near him and prevent it from rolling to the backstop. So run will be out at third, 2 outs now. And runners at first and second for Nick Trumbull. Trimble lines one right to Patty Yale at shortstop, and he will end the inning. And the Huskies strand 2. We go into the top of the third. It is 10-0 Big Reds. And it will be LaRoe, Randall, and Yale to start things off. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS Channel 6. We'll see you in a couple seconds. Back here at Channel 6, start of the third inning. And it'll be Jason LaRoe. He swings, first pitch to short. Over to Chacon first, so 1 pitch, 1 out. Good throw there from Isaac Rabb. That'll bring up the third baseman, Raven Randall. Randall a walk and a stolen base in the first inning, and a run scored in the second. 10-0 Big Reds here in the top of the third. And Ramo looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And that pitch in there for strike 1. Curveball that didn't curve. And that hung up in there. 2-1 now to count to Raven Randall. Randall pops one up, shallow right field. And Manis there to put a 10 under that and catch it for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the shortstop, Pat Yale. Yale 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the second. Here's his first pitch. He'll swing first pitch. That's going to be popped to left. Should be an easy play for Brandon Doan, and it is. So the Big Reds, their third inning, they go down 1-2-3, and it'll be Howard, Scahill, and Doan to lead off the third inning. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS Channel 6 here at Sanborn Park. 10-0 Big Reds. Huskies looking to get the bats going. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Back here at Sanborn Park, and it's Austin Howard, the DH. And he takes strike 1 off the outside corner. Howard leading off, Scahill on deck, Doan in the hole. And the 0-1. Curve ball in the dirt, low and inside for ball 1. That'll even the count. Just 2 hits so far here for the Huskies through 2 innings. That chopper over to first. Hudson will scoop it. And did he get to the bag in time? No. Devin Wilson couldn't get his foot down in time, and that'll go down as an infield hit. That'll bring back the top of the order, and Luke Scahill, the center fielder, singled his first time up back in the first inning, but got caught stealing second. And then it was Doan and Manis to pop fly right after him as that pickoff attempt of Austin Howard. Just a split second too late, and Howard able to get back to the bag in time. Scahill, he'll take that ball high and away. Pickoff attempt on Howard again, gets there in time. And Devin Wilson so far, shutout game. And that Austin Howard infield hit's been the third hit of the game for the Huskies. As Scahill takes another one outside. 2-0 the count now on him. Scahill again takes outside. 3-0 the count now. .30 count to Scahill. He'll take strike one over the plate. Scahill gets a hold of the 3-1 and lofts one into left. Schneider will scoop it and hold everybody where they're at. Howard will move to second. And Scahill will have his second hit of the day. That'll bring up the left fielder, Brandon Doan. Flied out to right field his first time up. And with nobody out here and a runner in scoring position, Huskies looking to chip away at this lead. 10-0 Big Reds. Freddie Clark having a monster day. 2 for 2, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Doan's first pitch, he'll take it over the plate, strike one. Howard the runner at second, Scahill the runner at first. The 0-1 from Wilson in the dirt. That's going to get by the catcher, and Howard will move over to third. And Scahill will get up to second. So now 2 ducks in the pond for Brandon Doan with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Wilson sets. Here's the pitch. Change up, low and away. And we got time called as Bertles will go have a talk with Devin Wilson. And Bob Kearns, head coach of the Husky men's baseball team, he'll follow suit with his batter, Brandon Doan. So you got to think, a base hit definitely works here, but if he's going to hit the ball, he needs to put this somewhere in the outfield so that Howard can tag up and score. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. And that'll be a 2-1 count. First base vacant. Runners at second and third. The 2-1. In the dirt, 2-2, and that gets by Bertles. Howard on his way to score, and he will. So a walk and pass ball scores the Husky first run of the game. It's the DH, Austin Howard. That'll bring up Brett Manis, the right fielder. Flied out to first base his first time up. And the Huskies now seeing if they can take their turn to bat around the order here in the third. Scahill, the runner at third. Doan, the runner at first. Pitch in the dirt, good stop from Bertles. As that'll yield all runners to their respective bases. Going down to second is Doan, and Scahill's going to score. on the throw down to second. So now the Huskies able to put up 2 runs on their own. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. And another runner on second now with nobody out. Manis looking to keep this inning going with nobody out. Pitch in the dirt. Two and one the count now to Manis. The 2-1. And stealing third is Brandon Doan. On a throw from Bertles, a little bit weak down to Randall. Lucky that wasn't a pass ball. Good scoop from Raven. They're at third base. So the Huskies getting really aggressive here. Doan with some wheels. And he's able to steal third. So Manis just needs to poke this in the outfield as he'll foul one. And that'll work the count full. In case you're just joining us here, bottom of the third inning, Big Reds opened up with a 9-run second inning to make it 10-0, and 2 runs here from Austin Howard and Luke Scahill have made it 10-2 as Manis will follow another one off, and he'll get another crack at it. Doan, the runner at third, looking to be waved in. Here's the full count pitch. Manis gets a hold of it down the third base line. Schneider's going to have to be on his horse if he wants to keep him at 2. Doan will score easily. Cutoff man is Yale. And Brett Manis with an RBI double to extend this inning with nobody out. Head coach Kyle Shepard. Looks like that's going to be it for Devin Wilson. And that'll bring in Jonathan Moran. He'll get a stab to close this inning out. Still needs all 3 outs here in the bottom of the third. Huskies rallying. Man on second is Manis. And it's going to be Dallas Chacon to bat when we come back here for Channel 6. We'll see after the warm-up's done. And we're back here, CPHS 6. After the pitching change, we're back in action. Manis, the runner at second. Chacon now batting. Here's his first pitch. Manis taking off for third. Throw off the line from Bertles. And again, Huskies steal third for 2 times in a row now. Once from Doan and once from Manis. Chacon lays off one low and inside. 2-0 the count now to Chacon. Chopper back to the pitcher. Over to Hudson. And that will be the first out of the inning for the Big Reds. That'll bring up the shortstop, Isaac Rabb. He singled his first time up. Back in the second inning, he's 1 for 1 today. Looking to go 2 for 2. Manis the runner at third. Looking to chip away at this lead a little bit more. Here's Rabb's first pitch, and that's a pass ball. And Bertle's not going to get there, and Manis will score easily, and look out, it's a 10-4 game here in the bottom of the third. Rabb, check swing, strike. 1-1 the count now to Isaac Rabb. Nobody on base. And 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 10-4 Big Reds. The 1-1. Rabb gets a hold of it right to second base, though. Good play there from Jason Leroux. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Zach Cohen. Cohen with a walk his first time up, back in the second. Low and away for ball 1 to Zach Cohen. Pitch in there for strike 1. That'll even the count. Two outs now here in the bottom of the third. 10-4 Big Reds. Cohen will lay off as that one's upstairs. 2-1. In there for strike 2, and that'll even the count. Moran looking to get out of this inning and stop the bleeding. Big Reds had a 10-run lead to start the bottom of the third. That is now down to 6. And Cohen gets a hold of one foul. That's going to hit a power line and not a car. Luckily for a few of the folks that are here at Sanborn Park watching this game. I have known many windshields to be shattered. Luckily, none of mine or anyone I know. But I've seen it happen. And it is not fun when it does, especially when it's your car. And that pitch just off the outside corner and a little bit high, and that'll work the count full to Zach Cohen. Moran coming in relief for Devin Wilson. Looking to get out of this inning. The payoff. Swung on, fouled back over the fence. And Cohen here will have another stab. The payoff. High for ball 4, and he walked him. That'll bring up the second baseman, Billy Sheeman. Sheeman with a ground out to third, his first time up. Here's the first pitch, tying inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. In the dirt, Paul 2. That's going to get by Bertles. And a runner advance to second, Zach Cohen. Now the base runner at the 2 bag. 2 outs here, bottom of the third. Huskies looking to get one more and cut this lead in half. In there for strike one to Sheeman. Moran will step off and check back Cohen to second. Oh, and it hit Sheeman in the batter's box. Ump calls dead ball. And that will be the third hit pitch of this game for both teams. Seen 3 batters hit today, 1 for the Huskies, 2 for the Big Reds. That'll bring up Nick Trimble, the third baseman. Trimble take pitch upstairs, ball 1. And we're going to have time called here as Yale and Randall and Bertles will have a chat at the mound with their pitcher and try and settle him down a bit. So I think if you're in this conversation right now at the mound, you got 2 outs and you got a 6-run lead. All you really need to do is just focus on the batter here. Get him to hit a pop-up to somebody. Ball 2, or correction, ball 1. Trimble take first pitch upstairs. Jake Moran looking to stop the bleeding here. Huskies threatening again with 2 outs. Cohen the runner at second. Sheeman the runner at first as Trimble takes ball 3. Ball 2, rather. My correction. The 2-0. Correction, 3-0, and he walked him. Thought there was one more pitch in there. So a hit by pitch and a walk loads the bases here for Austin Howard, the DH. Huskies have now batted around here in this 3rd inning. And Howard singled his first time up this inning. Looking to single again with the bases loaded here. Perfect opportunity now for the Huskies to really cut into this lead. First pitch in the dirt, low and inside, ball 1. And Jake Moran looking to get out of this bases loaded, 2-out jam. First or second pitch rather in there for strike 1. That'll even the count. Trimble the runner at first. Sheeman the runner at second. And Cohen the runner at third. 1-1 pitch. Bit upstairs. That'll make the count 2-1. Big rip there from the DH, Austin Howard, into the backstop. And that'll even the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded for Austin Howard. And a base hit you would think would score 2 here. Chopper to second base, and they'll just touch it up, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. But the Huskies, they get 4 back here in the bottom of the 3rd, 10-4 Big Reds. And it'll be Yale, Schneider, and Hudson to lead off the 4th. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS 6. We'll see you in about 3 seconds. Back here at Channel 6, I'm DJ Palm, bringing you high school rivalry baseball action here at Sanborn Park. 10-4 Big Reds. And in case you missed it, Schneider with a leadoff single. And Hudson now the batter. Hudson 0 for 1 with a strikeout and was hit by a pitch in his last at bat and scored a run. Back in the 2nd inning. Hudson, swing and a miss. One and 1 the count now to Hudson. Or correction, 0 and 1. Hudson scoots outside. That ball a little bit inside for him. Sure not looking to get hit again is Hudson. As he steps back in. 1 and 1 the count now to Bruce. Ball outside. 2 and 1 the count now. Schneider the runner at first. Huskies, bottom of the 3rd inning, able to cut into the run a little bit. Or cut into the lead, rather, with 4 runs. 10-4 ball game as Pete Rabo still on the mound. Schneider's going to take off for second. The throw from Cohen in time, and he got him. Nice throw from behind the plate there. Zach Cohen to throw out Schneider, and there's 1 away. Two and 2 the count now to Hudson. Ramo with the 2-2. High and away, ball 3, will work the count full. One out here, top of the 4th, 10-4 Big Reds. Hudson sneaks away from that, and he'll be on again with another walk. Got to bring up D'Angelo Sanderson. Sanderson substituting for Freddie Clark. Freddie Clark, monster game. 2nd inning was all Fred Clark. 2 for 2, a double and a single, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. And Sanderson now stepping in the DH slot. Hudson, the runner at first, looking from the signal from Coach Shepard. Sanderson swings at the first pitch, fouled back. Pitch to Sanderson in the dirt. Good scoop from Cohen behind the plate. Hudson now. Minimal lead off of first. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. One out here in the top of the fourth. 10-4 Big Reds. And Sanderson, his first at bat of the game, looking to advance Hudson over. He'll take strike two. I believe we'll have a 2-2 count here, and we will. Here's the pitch. Chasing upstairs with Sanderson for strike three, and that'll be the second out of the ball game. Second out of the inning, rather. That'll be Pete Ramos' second strikeout today. That'll bring up the catcher, Devin Bertles. His first pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Hudson, the lone base runner at first. Ramo gets the signal, sets. Here's the delivery. Chopper right back to Ramo, and they'll get the one out over at first, and that'll do it. So the Big Reds strand one going into the bottom of the fourth, and we are looking at, I'm not sure who's betting next. 10-4 ball game. We'll see you guys in a little while. Back here, CPHS 6 coverage of high school rivalry baseball action. Your Big Reds and Huskies. 10-4 ball game as we go here into the bottom of the fourth, and it will be the top of the order and Luke Scahill to lead things off. Scahill 2 for 2 today, 2 singles and a run scored. And he looks to do much of the same as he'll take ball one off the outside edge. Dallas Mitchell into pitch now for the Big Reds. And Scahill gets a hold of it, but to the backstop, that'll even the count at 1. Here's the 1-1 from Mitchell. Change up right back to him, and he'll turn and get Scahill out over at first to Hudson for the easy play. And one up, one down for the Big Reds. That'll bring up Brandon Doan, the right fielder, or left fielder rather. Doan with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored back in the third as he's 0 for 1. Bunts, beautiful bunt over to Dallas Mitchell. Doan on his horse. Will he get there in time? And just by a half a step, Brandon Doan is out, so 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Brett Manis, the right fielder. Brett Manis, 1 for 2 today. Pop fly to first base in the first inning as he takes ball 1. And a RBI double in the third, along with a stolen base and a run scored for Brett Manis. His day is pretty good, I would say. The Huskies still down 6 runs here in the bottom of the fourth. He gets a hold of one, chopper to Yale. Over to Hudson to first, and that should do it. So, 1, 2, 3, the Huskies go down for Dallas Mitchell. We'll go into the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Fayed, Page, and Leroux. Just lead off your 5th inning. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS 6. See you in a minute. Back here at Channel 6, Tony Fayed, first pitch, 1 swing and 1 out. As Rab over to Chacon. 1 pitch, 1 out for the game. Or for the inning. I don't know why I keep saying that, for the game. And that'll bring up top of the order and Ryan Page. Page has walked twice, stolen base, and 2-run scores as he swings on a first pitch up into the back screen. 0-1 the count now to him. Here's the 0-1 from Ramo. Page wanted it, was leaning into it, but laid off. That'll even the count. Here's the 1-1 from Pete Ramo. Chopper to third base. Tremble. Oh, and it just gets on his ankle, and Page will reach on an error. So 1 out, 1 man on now for Jason LaRoe. LaRoe 1 for 3 today. RBI single back in the second. Run scored. Or 2 RBI single back in the second. As he takes ball 1 low and away. Here's the 1-0. Swing and chopper into left field. Page will reach second easily. And LaRoe now 2 for 4 on the day with that single into left field. That's going to bring up Raven Randall, the third baseman. Randall 0 for 2 today with a walk, stolen base, and a run scored. He digs in now with 2 ducks out on the pond. And only 1 out. Low and away. Page going to take off for third. And missed the tag was Nick Trumbull. Ryan Page. Good job to flatten the body on that. And now Big Reds have runners on the corners. Boy, a good throw there from Zach Cohen. Trumbull just a little bit late on the tag. Sun just now starting to set here at Sanborn Park. The light being more of a, the lights in the field being more of a source of light than the sun, as that's bobbled at second base and got it in time for the out. It was Billy Sheeman. A little bit of a bobble, but nevertheless, that will score Page and make it an 11-4 ball game. That'll bring up a shortstop, Pat Yale. Yale 1 for 3 today with an RBI single back in the second. 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th. Randall the runner at first. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 1. Bit of a brisk night tonight. Definitely cold in the air, but luckily for the first time in 4 meetings between these two teams, the wind is not absolutely howling towards home plate. Upstairs, ball 2 to Yale. Here's the 2-0. In there for strike 1. We'll check back Randall over to first. Big Reds with another run here in the top of the 5th. Page scoring on an RBI ground out. And a 3-1 to Yale, a little bit low and away, and that'll be ball 4. That'll bring up the left fielder, Austin Schneider. Schneider 1 for 1 today, a walk in the first, hit by pitch in the second, and then a single in the fourth. Schneider steps in now with runners at first and second. Randall the runner at second, Yale the runner at first. His first pitch, high and outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss from Schneider, and that'll even the count. It looked like this was going to be a blowout early. Big Reds in that second inning cash in for 9 runs, forcing the Northern starter, Bobby Lane, to only go 1 inning. That one chopped foul towards the Northern dugout along the third base line. 1-2 the count now to Austin Schneider. Boy, it's a beautiful sight here when the sun finally starts to go down. And you got a full moon up in the sky and the lights are on. There's nothing better if you're a teenager out here playing high school baseball. Two outs here in the top of the 5th. Runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Ramo gets Schneider on strike, so the Big Reds strand 2, but they get a run of insurance when we come back. Bottom of the 5th, it'll be Chacon, Rabb, and Cohen to lead off your bottom half of the 5th inning. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS Channel 6. High school rivalry baseball action, your Big Reds and Huskies. 11-4 Big Red lead. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Back here at CPHS Channel 6, Chacon leading off the bottom of the 5th. Currently stares at a 1-1 count, but he gets a hold of one into right field. Page will have that be a can of corn. That'll be the first out of the 5th. That'll bring up Isaac Rabb, the shortstop. Rabb so far 1 for 2 today, looking for an infield hit. Randall on his horse, and he got him. Great charging play there from Raven Randall. And 2 up, 2 down here for the Huskies in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up the catcher, Zach Cohen. Cohen still yet to register at bat in the game. He's been walked twice so far. He'll chop one to second base. Over to Hudson at first, and the Huskies go down 1-2-3 here in the 5th. When we come back, top of the 6th, it will be Bertles, Fayed, Page. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS Channel 6. See you in a little while. Back now here at top of the 6th here at Sanborn Park. 11-4 ball game. Big Red lead. And correction, it'll be Bruce Hudson And Sanderson and Bertles to lead off here in the sixth, and Hudson takes strike one right in the upper left corner of the strike zone. Ramo's still in the game. He's been in the game since the second inning. And Hudson will turn away from that one. 1-1, they'll even the count. Big Red's looking for a little bit more insurance. Possibly get this one to 10 runs so they don't have to play a seventh inning as Hudson pops one foul out of play. And it'll be a 1-2 count. The 1-2 to Hudson. Inside, ball two. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive into center field, and that'll be Bruce Hudson's first hit of the day. As he'll be 1 for 1. He got hit by a pitch and walked in the second and fourth. He's got a run scored, and he's on now with a single in the sixth to lead it off, and that'll bring up D'Angelo Sanderson. Sanderson steps in. Hudson, leadoff runner at first. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball one, low. One 0 in there to even the count. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. 11-4, Big Red lead. Big Red's looking to add on. Sanderson takes ball two, low and away. As now the sun is officially gone down, and we are now in a night game. 2-1 curveball. Nice pitch there from Ramo. Swing and a miss from Sanderson. 2-2 the count. Ramo check Hudson back over to first. Looking for the first out of the inning are the Huskies. 2-2 to Sanderson, fouled to the backstop, and he'll have another take. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Sanderson, 2-2 count. Here's a pitch. Fouled another one back to the backstop. So he's making Ramo pitch here with a 7-run cushion here in the sixth. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. And Ramo, with his third strikeout of the game, gets Sanderson whiffing. And that'll bring up Devin Bertles, the catcher. Bertles with a walk and a run scored. And a strikeout back in the second. Might hit into a double play here. And not in time is the throw from second. Sheeman over to Chacon. But they'll get Hudson in second for the second out of the inning. Good play there from Isaac Rabb and Sheeman to hustle over and get the one. That'll bring up the center fielder, Tony Fayed. Fayed hit a grounder as short as last time up back in the 5th, but in the 2nd, walk, a run scored, and an RBI single. And that pass ball, that's going to easily put the runner at 2nd. And that's Brett Wagner, the pinch runner in there for Devin Birtles. Want to know the count to Fayed. A little bit high and outside. Ball 2 from Pete Ramo. Huskies with 2 chances to bat here. But if they have any hope of coming back, they cannot let this runner at 2nd score. 2 out here in the 6th. Fayed takes strike 1. 2-1 the count now to Tony. The 2-1. Swing and a drive to right field, and that looks like it's going to be foul. So that'll be a long strike. That'll leave him the count at 2. Page on deck, LaRoe in the hole. Shall this top half of the 6th inning continue? The 2-2 from Ramo. In the dirt, ball 3, good block from Cohen, holding Wagner at 2nd as he trots back to the bag. Fayed now with a full count. And a runner on 2nd. Looking to put the Big Reds up 8 here going into the bottom half of the 6th. Here's the payoff. Swing into the backstop. Or swinging a foul back into the backstop, rather. And Fayed will see at least one more pitch. Seven-run cushion for the Big Reds. 2 outs here, full count. Here's the payoff. In there for strike 3. Got him looking, and that'll do it. And the Huskies put another 0 in the top half of the 6th inning. And that's exactly what they needed. As the Huskies down 7 runs, looking to chip away at this lead. When we come back in the 6th, it'll be Sheeman, Trimble, Howard. I promise you, that'll be the lineup when we come back. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS 6. 11-4 ball game. Big Reds leading. We'll see you in a little while. Back here at CPHS Channel 6, Sheeman, first pitch, chopper to the pitcher. He'll be easily out for the first out of this bottom half of the 6th in a 7-run deficit here for Northern. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Nick Trimble. Howard on deck, Scahill in the hole. Trimble's first pitch, swing and right back. Oh, foul ball, looks like. Foul ball. It hit Trimble in the box. So strike 1 to Nick. And Dallas Mitchell will get a new ball to throw. Trimble looking at an 0-1 count. Tremble over to Randall at third. They're going to have to hustle over to Hudson at first, and 2 up, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th, good play from Randall to stick with it there and get Trumbull still by a half a step. It's going to bring up Austin Howard, the DH. Howard with a single and a run scored back in the 3rd. He's 1 for 1. Swings at the first pitch, and that'll be a foul ball. Strike 1. The 0-1 to Howard. And that goes off the end of the bat, 0-2. So now, potential to be a really quick bottom half inning here. Pending a miracle 2-out rally here by the Huskies. The 0-2. Off the outside corner, ball 1. Mitchell winds. Here's the 1-2. Chopper towards the first base line. That may roll foul, and it will. One and two, the count now to Howard, trying to keep this inning alive. Dallas Mitchell looking to close it out. The 1-2. Change up, popped into the air to shallow right. On his horse is Hudson. Will he get there? Oh, and it pops out of his glove. Oh, so a chance to end the inning. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite the Big Reds. But with a 7-run lead, it's hard to imagine it would do much damage. And this will be the 6th pitch at the at-bat now for Dallas Mitchell as he's got a 1-2 count in his favor. Nobody on, 11-4 ball game. Here's the 1-2. Line drive to Yale. Scoops it cleanly over to Hudson at first, and that'll do it. Huskies go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th. When we come back, it'll be top of the order in the 7th. Page, LaRoe, and Randall. And they have a 7-run cushion going here into the top half of the 7th. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS 6. See you in a couple seconds. Back here with Cable Port Huron Schools, Channel 6, Sanborn Park, Huskies, Big Reds. And we're getting into the top half of the 7th inning here, 11-4 Big Red lead. And it's the top of the order and Ryan Page to start things off here in the 7th. Page, first pitch, a little inside for ball 1. Page 0 for 1 today, reached on an error in the 5th. And 2 walks, stolen base, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Solid day there for number 11. We'll foul one back to the backstop there. Count tied at 1. Big Red's looking to add a little more. We'll take that pitch high and outside. 2-1 the count now. As Huskies have a new pitcher in there, and Johnny Wormlinger. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a foul towards the backstop. That'll even the count. Here's the 2-2 from Wormlinger. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Page goes down swinging. And 1 up, 1 down here for the Huskies, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Jason LaRoe. LaRoe 2 for 4 today, 2 singles, 2 RBIs and a run scored. In the second inning, had a 2 RBI single. Scored that run. He'll pop this one up here, foul territory. Chacon looking to catch it, and that'll go off the top of the fence. Boy, talk about riding the line as that one hits the top beam. That foul ball thrown back into the infield by a fan. So we'll have a little delay in the action for a couple seconds, but LaRoe will step back in. Wormlinger sets. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt inside. That'll even the count. Pitch to LaRoe, and he gets a hold of one. Don't on his horse. He'll get there, but it rolls behind him. LaRoe going to turn, look for 2, and he will get there standing up. A stand-up double for Jason LaRoe here in the 7th. That'll bring up the third baseman, Raven Randall. Randall so far 0 for 3 today, although had a walk, stolen base in the first, and scored a run back in the second. And he'll step in now. Like that wide stance he has. Big, big step. As you come through on your swing, get a little bit more pop in that bat. So LaRoe with a 1-out double. He's the base runner at second. Wormlinger in to finish the 7th inning. And he's working with 1 out. Here's the pitch, high and inside to Randall. Randall now working with a 2-0 count. Now 3-0 as he takes that one high and inside. Yale on deck, Schneider in the hole. As Randall looking to reach base. And Wormlinger will check back LaRoe to second. The 3-0 to Randall. Called his strike. And now Randall with a 3-1 count and probably a green light to go ahead and rip it. Here's the 3-1. In there for strike 2. And looks like Zach Cohen going to go have a chat with Johnny Wormlinger. One out. Here's the payoff. in the dirt, ball 4, but LaRoe will get to third on the pass ball. And that'll put runners in the corners with one out. That'll bring up the cleanup guy, Pat Yale, the shortstop. Yale 1 for 3 today, an RBI single back in the second, and also walked in the 5th inning. And he's looking to do some more damage here. Here in the top half of this 7th. Good scoop there from Cohen, but Randall will take second, no throw down. And now a base hit you would think would score 2 more. Oh, and that hits Yale right in the leg. And Yale will take first base, hit by pitch. That'll bring up the left fielder, Austin Schneider. Schneider, 1 for 2 today. Walked in the first, hit by pitch in the second, a single in the 4th. And looks like Coach Rollins, we're going to go ahead and get a new pitcher here in for Wormlinger. As the bases are loaded here with 1 out. And so we'll have a pitching change, and we'll be back here with CPHS 6 coverage of high school rivalry baseball action. Your Big Reds and Huskies, 11-4 Big Reds here in the top of the 7th. We'll be back. And we're back here at CPHS 6. Dallas Chacon now pitching here in the 7th. And with 1 out and the bases loaded, he's looking to stop the bleeding. First pitch from Chacon in the dirt. Good scoop from Cohen, ball 1. Schneider now at the plate. Hudson on deck. And D'Angelo Sanderson in the hole. LaRoe, the runner at third. Randall, the runner at second. Yale, the runner at first. And Chacon evens the count at 1 with a strike 1 pitch there on the outside corner. The 1-1. Hit. Shallow right. That's going to be foul, and that'll be a long strike. 1-2. Now the count to Schneider. One and two pitch. Low and away. That'll even the count. The 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3, and Cohen. Good job not to let that ball pass and hold it at a 7-run lead here. Full count now to Schneider. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Payoff pitch from Chacon. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him swinging. And that'll be the second out of the inning. So 1 up, 1 down for Chacon. And that'll bring up Bruce Hudson, the first baseman. Hudson 1 for 2 today. Strikeout in the first. Hit by pitch with a run scored in the second. Walked in the 4th and a single in the 6th. He'll take strike one right over the middle. That ball high and outside. They're leaving the count at 1. One pitch, high and inside this time. 2-1 the count now with the bases loaded, 2 out. Chacon trying to keep this gap at 7. The 2-1. Swing and a drive to center field. Scahill, or Doan rather, will camp under it and catch it for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Huskies let them load up, but don't let any score. Still an 11-4 ball game going here into the bottom of the 7th. Huskies down to their final 3 outs in a 7-run deficit. I'm DJ Palm with CPA Channel 6. When we come back, it'll be Scahill, Doan, Manis will lead off your bottom of the 7th. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Back here, CPHS 6. Some technical issues. Missed an infield single from Luke Scahill to lead off the 7th. Throw from LaRoe was a little bit offline, and Hudson's foot got pulled off the bag at first, so Scahill was safe, and the leadoff man is on here in the 7th. That brings up Brandon Doan. Doan with an RBI double, a stolen base, and a run scored back in the 2nd. Chops one foul towards the dugout of the Huskies. Correction, that was back in the 3rd. Single as well in the 4th. Looks to step in now and get a 2-out, 8-run rally going. Or no-out rally. That one low and inside. Two and 0 the count now to Doan. Scahill the runner at first. Big Reds with a 7-run cushion. In the final 3 outs for the Huskies right now. Scahill takes off, or delayed steal rather. Doan, swing and a miss. Two and 2 the count now to Doan. Curveball just missed. Count now full to Brandon Doan. Doan gets a hold of one, shallow right field. Looks like it's going foul. Page not going to get there in time from right field. And Doan will have another crack at it. Nobody out here in top of the 7th. Leadoff man is on. That's Scahill, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Chopper, foul towards Coach Kern as he scoops that up there. And Donald see one more pitch at least. And we're going to have a pinch runner for Scahill. And Luke will take his seat. Doan still with a full count. Going to keep the Huskies' hopes of a no-out comeback rally here alive in the 7th. Full count. Here's the pitch. Chopper back toward the pitcher. This could be trouble at 2. Over to LaRoe, back to Hudson for first, and not in time. But the Big Reds will get one out here and hold the runner at first. That'll bring up the right fielder, Brett Manis. Manis, an RBI double back in the 3rd. Stolen base and a run scored. That's been his day today. Unfortunately, the 3rd inning for the Huskies, that's been the highlight of the game, as they were able to cut it within 6, but the Big Reds in the 5th were able to tack on another one and make it 7. And we have an 11-4 ball game as Manis steps in. Doan's going to take off for second, hit and run right over to Hudson at first for the second out. Doan will be at second easily, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter and current pitcher, Dallas Chacon. Chacon a bit of a struggle today. He's 0 for 3. At least looking to chip away at this lead here with 2 outs in the 7th. Here's the first pitch to him. Off the plate, outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Chacon. Swing and fly ball, shallow right field. That's going to drop. Doan's going to score. Hopefully LaRoe's okay. He took a bit of a back step fall there in shallow right field, but that'll be an RBI single for Dallas Chacon. That scores Doan, and that is going to bring up the shortstop, Isaac Rabb. Rabb 1 for 3 today with a single in the 2nd. Looking to keep this alive here with 2 outs, an 11-5 ball game now. Rabb turns away from that one inside, ball 1. The 1-0. High and away, ball 2. So had it not been for that dreadful 2nd inning for the Huskies, allowing 9 runs, this might be a tighter ball game here. But with 2 outs, looking real glib. That ball over the head of Isaac Rabb, and he'll be working with a 3-0 count. See the red light here no matter what. Rabb takes strike 1 as that one gets by the catcher And Chacon will hop, skip along to second base. Chacon, the runner on second. Mitchell sets. Here's the 3-1. Low and inside for ball 4, and Rab is on with a 2-out walk. It's going to bring up the catcher, Zach Cohen. Cohen 0 for 1 today with 2 walks, a walk in his second and the third. And Coach Shepard going to come out from the dugout and have a talk with his pitcher. So Cohen going to be in the box. Sheeman on deck. Trimble in the hole, the third baseman. And the DH Howard will bat after Trimble, and then the top of the order. Two out, 2 on. 6-run gap here. Big Red lead. And that first pitch at the knees, but a bit inside for ball 1. The only night game of the year for these two teams. The 1-0 swung on to second. Good scoop by LaRoe over to Hudson for first, and that's the game. Big Reds will win it 11-5. And that'll even the season series at 2. So good game today from both teams. Love to see the fight from the Huskies after being down 10-0 at one point in this game to make it a little bit interesting. That'll do it here for CPHS 6. I'm DJ Palm from Sanborn Park. Your final score, Big Reds 11, Huskies 5.